Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Three Geeks podcast. We are back, and by back, I mean you've got me and Max.
Yeah, it's not just Max messing everything up.
Hey, that was a fun cast.
That was a fun 7-minute cast.
And I appreciate the fact that you referred to me as a more responsible person.
You are more responsible. Like, you have a house and children, and you own a business. I would say you're categorically more responsible than me.
I'm just really good at putting on a facade. But what isn't a facade is Audible. Go to audibletrial.com/3geeks for all of your audiobook needs. I just downloaded a lot of audiobooks from Audible because I realized I had so many credits that I haven't used. And yeah, now I need to pause my subscription because I got to get through all these books that I just got. So Audible, it's awesome. I just listened to Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I like the book much better than the movie, so that's a good pick there. I also like the book much better than the recent movie that they made. Did
you watch the recent movie?
No, I've just heard a lot of things about it. I don't know that I can make myself go see that movie. God, what was the other thing I tried to go watch? It was like, I don't know, Paddington or something like that, where I was like, I'm going to go watch it, and then I just could not make myself go watch it.
I heard Paddington's really good.
Yeah, me too, but it's it's a fucking kids movie, and no. But
it's not called The Incredibles.
Right. Well, no, but like I was a kid. I was gonna say I was a kid. It was like 14 years ago, so I was like 20 something when Incredibles came out. but no, like that has a major tie like to me in the past, and it was just also so. I mean, like highest grossing animated film to come out ever. So obviously they're doing something right. No, I really freaking dug The Incredibles too. That's such a solid flick. Not like the story doesn't have as much as the first Incredibles, but like all the technical stuff is so much better in this movie. You know, like the art looks much cleaner. The textures are, it's like you can feel things there. Like the waffle. Have you seen it yet?
No, not yet.
Oh my god. Okay, well they're making breakfast, and this waffle looks so good. I'm telling you. It's amazing. So no, they did a great job with Incredible. So it deserves to be seen by people, including myself.
And that was audibletrial.com/3.
Yeah,
check it out.
Audible, over 180,000 possible titles to choose from. Did you say that already?
Yeah.
Oh well, show how much attention I pay. I'm not even on that right.
Patreon. Go to Patreon. We're doing it. Our buddy Mike's doing it. And yes, I'm going to plug our buddy Mike's so you could choose which one you want to donate, just because Mike does a lot of stuff for our YouTube channel in general. So go to Patreon, support us, support Mike. Just $1 a month, just like you were going to buy us a cup of
coffee,
gas station coffee
once a month. Yeah, that's not Starbucks. We're not asking for Starbucks coffee.
Yeah, that's $4.
We're asking for like McDonald's coffee.
Now McDonald's is expensive now too. Yeah, it's a couple bucks now.
Oh,
gas stations.
So we're not even asking for McDonald's coffee. We're like, can you take the cost of what it would cost for like if you bought the Maxwell House thing and made the actual coffee?
So yeah, definitely check out Patreon. Just type in 3 Geeks Podcast. We are there. Arc Matter. Speaking of Arc Matter, we're going to get into Wizard World here in a few minutes, but check out our buddy Arc Matter at youtube.com/Arc Matter. Max, you've been watching Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, man.
I've been waiting for an excuse to talk about this on this podcast. I love the show. I really, really do. And it is extremely depressing. Nothing good ever happens. And it's sad that
like some good things happen, but then like everyone pays the price for it, So it's like the reverse of what should actually be going down. It's like when you do something bad, bad things happen. And then it's like this time when you do something good, worse things will freaking happen. So yeah, no, that show is it's like Orphan Black, where there's a lot in an episode, and when you get done watching the episode, you're just like, oh my god, like I just sat through this whole ordeal. And yeah, so I like the show. It's very well done. It's very well. I like all the people in it. I dig, I dig like all the technical stuff about it. But yeah, wow, man, like. And you were like, man, you're crazy for watching that show. I was like, you're crazier for watching that show because you watch it with your wife. So that means one of you should be telling the other one to turn this shit off, and none of you do.
We do go long stretches while watching the next episode because you got to be in the right mindset because you're watching it and you're like, huh, like we're a lot closer to this future than we probably should be in 2018, and it's pretty crazy. But yeah,
yeah, that shows. I mean, yeah, kudos to them. They're doing a really good job. The show's very well done. I recommend it. It's just prep yourself emotionally for that one.
All right, Wizard World. What did you think of Wizard World?
It seemed a bit smaller this year. But I had a lot of fun. There was less kind of like whoring ourselves out for the podcast, like there wasn't a lot of people to try to like snake into places Mario Kart and get $1 from. So it was just kind of more just hanging out and geeking out about stuff. So I saw some good panels. I went and saw the friggin' Firefly panel with
I wish I'd gone to that.
God, Jewel State and Sean, the guy who played the Doctor, whose name I'm also forgetting.
Sean Maher.
Yes.
Mahar or something.
So yeah, no, that was really, really good. That was a lot of fun. Mike asked a question on that one. That brought the whole. Mike just loves doing that Debbie Downer thing. But no, it was good. It was a lot of fun. And then what was the other one I went to?
We went to the Star Wars panel.
Yeah, the Star Wars panel with Ray Park and Daniel Logan. Those guys are awesome. It's just Ray Park. That guy is like, you can tell he was tired, but he's always like excited to be where he's at. And so like the kind of like him fighting his own like like 3 weeks exhaustion or whatever was pretty fun. And Daniel Logan, that guy is just much cooler than I thought he would be. We got to interview him, and that was a lot of fun. And he's just like a real cool guy. So I really dug that. And it was good. The Star Wars panel was a lot of fun. And then we had some panels and brought home the Remake Revolution title, brought it back to the Three Geeks. We battled Team Staunch Cast again, Brian Lau and John Orlando, Team Staunch Cast, and hey, I mean they just couldn't put together. It's the armpit hair that saved us.
Yeah. If you don't know what we're talking about,
check out the video. I know we put it up. Mike's put it up. I'm sure John's put it up. So you can catch that in a bunch of places. And please, anywhere you watch it is fine. Like all these guys, all of us would love your support. So, just please watch that. That was really fun. Brian goes nuts and it saved our asses.
Dude, my biggest thing about this weekend is how awesome are John and Brian. Like, we've done this Wizard World thing so many times. And like you said, there wasn't a lot of interaction with people because there wasn't a lot of people there. But it's probably the most fun I've had at a con. And I think it has a lot to do with the back and forth and the banter with them.
Yeah, I know it was. I don't know. Okay, this is the most fun we've had at a con at the Three Geeks. I still feel like there's the first con where it's just me and like we weren't doing anything.
Yeah,
just us there. Like that has a magical, like no one can touch that one in my heart. But this con was just a lot of fun. It was just a little more relaxed and messing around with John the whole time. And then after he won, we got to just go over there and talk shit all weekend. They made belts up. We didn't bring them this time, but do you have your belt around here somewhere?
It's upstairs, I think.
Okay, well, yeah, they made belts up. They brought the belts in, and that was friggin' awesome. And no, those guys are good. Definitely check out Staunch Ambition. You can Google it and then you'll find it there, and or the PVD cast with John Orlando.
You don't need to Google it. Go to 3geeks.ninja. It's on our affiliates.
Bam! Check out our website, 3geeks.ninja. It's ninjarific.
We are dropping reviews almost every day. Almost.
Yeah, we're dropping them right on the floor.
Yeah. I'm still doing my Netflix films.
Awesome. Yeah.
Our panel's always fun. We never prepare for our panels.
No,
we never need to.
Yeah, it's like the podcast. We don't do a whole lot of preparation for it. It's like, hey, these kind of things we can talk about. But no, it's good. I love the audience interaction. We get people into it, and then get to talking, and then they throw stuff our way that we wouldn't thought about, and we get to throw stuff back, and it's just a good time. I had a blast.
Yeah, I got to meet John Schnepp.
Yeah, no, that guy is a lot cooler. I had no idea who he was, and I didn't realize that he was the director for like all of my favorite cartoons on Adult Swim. Venture Brothers, Metalocalypse. So I kind of freaked out about that a little bit, and it froze me in my tracks. Like, to quote his term, I got a little sweaty. Just thinking.
I love that term.
Yeah, it's so.
I've stolen it.
Yeah, it works. It works. It's good. So as a sweaty, I can appreciate that dude, and he's just really cool. Like, I mean, just a cool guy to chat with.
It was funny because every time he passed our booth, you'd see him pass our booth, and he'd buy a stack of comics, and he'd go back to his table, and then like another hour later, he'd go back past our booth and walk back by with another stack of comics. So it's like almost every time he made money, he went out and bought more comics.
He's like, yes.
He is what he preaches, and it was a lot of fun to talk to him. I've been trying to get him on this podcast since we started, and finally will soon.
Culmination, and it was worth it. Getting him, he's definitely a lot of fun. So all the best of luck to that guy. But he's doing all kinds of big things. He's where we want to be sometime.
But we cooked Friday. So Max, we went to this panel. Schnepp was there, and they called Max up, and they're like, "Where are you from?" He's like, "Max 3 Geeks," and Schnepp's like, "I'm gonna be on your podcast." Like, he was, he seemed very excited about it. So
that was good.
That was cool.
But that was a lot of fun too.
We caught up with Lanny and Tom. Tom got to play Mario.
Tom got sucked into Super Nintendo, and he was like half paying attention the whole time. It was hilarious. We're like, "And what do you think, Tom?" Huh? I'm just gonna beat this. You guys shut up.
We found out he was gonna do a buddy movie with a turtle. Is it a turtle?
It was a mystical turtle of some sort. So I'm picturing in my head some sort of like Free Willy situation where like the turtle does a sick jump and little fucking Tom is there.
What else? Kevin Sorbo. We met Kevin Sorbo, who was actually a really nice guy.
Yeah, he's kind of cool. I'm still a little jaded from my Hercules incident a couple years back. I was being dumb and he wasn't having it. But no, he's a really cool guy. I'm so glad John was there, because I would have just asked him a dumbass Hercules question, and John's more of a professional. He does homework and stuff. So no, that was really fucking cool. Swear jar.
I'm really glad that that we teamed up with John, and I'd like to continue to do more stuff with John, because the interviews and stuff, they all flowed very well. Like, John picked up, and the chemistry on the interviews was really well. I just listened to all of those back. So yeah,
I liked it. I wasn't really doing anything. It was nice.
You chimed in at the right moment.
Right, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I was like the sidekick. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
I think me and John should team up for interview stuff.
It was less Chris Farley and more like a 2020 situation.
Yeah, more like an actual fucking interview. And then Chris Farley got to be there, and just he's like, "Oh, I'm so sweaty."
Yeah. So when they were interviewing Brand Krause, John is like, You were a handyman on Charmed. I'm like, shit, he was a handyman on Charmed. I hadn't even think about that. Are you a handyman in real life? No, but the dude from Charmed was awesome. He even said bye to us as we were leaving.
Yeah, saw us walking out. We were kind of at the same time. Some of the talent was getting put into their black SUVs and then driven away. And because I saw Sean Mayer and Jewel State out there too. I was like, oh god! Like, there's 3 times where I was walking by somebody and there was somebody famous. I was like, holy shit! And then, but they can, they're professionals. They breeze right by guys like me. So, but Ray Park saw me, and he was like, hey, and I was like, at first I didn't register who it was. I was like, hey man, and then it clicked. It was like Darth Maul just said, just waved at me. I was like, oh my god! And then the look on his face, he just got this little smile, like, yeah, you're an idiot. So no, it was a lot of fun. But Brian Krause is an awesome guy. He was a good interview too.
I got to touch Henry Winkler, my lifelong goal.
Congratulations, man. Yeah. So what are you gonna do now?
I don't know. I met Schnepp and Henry Winkler the same weekend.
Yeah, who else do you want to touch?
That's the first celebrity autograph I've ever paid for. Because no interest. I usually do the pictures, and that's good.
Yeah, I
did the picture, the autograph. I did 2 autographs because I got one for my mom.
I've never been a big autograph guy. I always like the memory more than just okay, I got this thing that somebody signed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you can take a picture or whatever, I'm more for that. But yeah, no, that's awesome. Henry Winkler is a beast. That guy was at his booth more than a lot of people. And then like we had panels at the same time, and he beat us back to his booth and was already like knee deep in signing shit. And I was like, swear jar. It was amazing. And he's an older guy. I expected him to not be around as much, but no, it was good.
He is as nice as you would think he is. We were at his booth, and I'm like, I'm getting my mom an autograph. I was telling him about her, and he's like, "You want another one?" And he kind of looked around. I don't know what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do. He's like, "I'll throw in another autograph for $10." So I took it.
Yeah, man, we got to.
Yeah.
The Fonz is like, "Hey, I got it for $10." Hey, and you're just like, "Bam!"
I had him sign an Arrested Development photo. I felt like I have a better chance at meeting Will Arnett and Jason Bateman before Ron Howard.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, I guess it's true. Anything else on Wizard World? We're gonna have our interviews.
Oh, we had we did the little filming sketch with Mike, and that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
So to do the little intro for the Remake Revolution on his site, we filmed a little scene, and yeah, it was just really good, like working on that, and then like even like the problems we were having, like we were outside, so this bus, we were like right next to a bus stop, so like every 3 minutes a bus would like beep 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 and like ruin everything. So that was it was just like, and then John friggin' can't get his line right for 20 attempts.
Yeah, Mike released a bloopers reel, and it's funny that there was none from the Three Geeks podcast.
Maybe because we know what the heck we're doing around here. Okay, real stuff.
Luckily, none of the guys noticed, but Mike wanted me to look sad in one of the scenes. I brought myself to tears. Like I had tears forming in my eyes. I was pretty proud of myself. It was awesome. Man. But yeah, let's move on to our news stories. We got a few. Child's Play is getting a sequel TV series. This is probably something we really should have had Dan for, but I will talk on it because I've known about it for a little while, and I am excited. I like that they keep continuing this. I like that we live in an age where I guess I don't really have too much to compare it to yet, but like Child's Play, we can get the movies, and now we're going to get a TV show with the same cast. They're not like rebooting it into a TV show, but it's like more of a continuation. I'd like to see more of this happen amongst movies or TV shows going into movies or vice versa. But I'm excited. My cousin's boyfriend has a little bit more work lined up now.
Yeah, that's always good.
Keep him working. Alex Kurtzman signed a deal with CBS for more Star Trek, and Patrick Stewart is rumored to be returning as Jean-Luc Picard.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, Patrick Stewart is a franchise. He's loyal.
No, Patrick Stewart is an awesome guy. I've never met him, but no, I like his humor and like the things. And obviously after Logan, he deserves everything coming to him. That guy's just friggin' awesome. I'm happy. That's good stuff.
Yeah, he's not getting any younger, and I know a lot of the fans, myself included, I prefer the Next Generation to the original series. I prefer Kirk to Jean-Luc, but you don't have the original series without Jean-Luc, and the Next Generation without Jean-Luc Picard, and I can't wait. I hope Jonathan Frakes comes back too, because I have met him and he is a freaking nice guy. Disney is said to be pushing the story Star Wars films to focus on the planned trilogies. Okay, so Disney has decided to put a pause on all of the Star Wars story films to work on all of their planned trilogies. The Rian Johnson trilogy, the Game of Thrones guys, they're doing a trilogy, and then finishing up episode 9.
Okay.
Which I don't know why Disney kind of panicked with the release of Han Solo. Disney has yet to make a bad Star Wars film.
Well, no, I mean, Solo kind of got a raw deal because they changed it up. Like it was mostly finished, and then they're like, well, we don't like this. so Solo actually cost like twice as much as what it should have cost. Like if they would have went with the first movie, or if they would have never made the first one and went with the second one, it would have been a hit.
Or if they hadn't released it so close. I think it's more of the releasing it close to the last movie, because I don't think Star Wars needs to be a 2-a-year franchise.
No, I mean, it's like, especially like with a what do I want to call us? A crowd, like the Star Wars fans, we're used to long waits. Like we waited fucking 20 years between episode 6 and episode 1. Like yeah, you can wait 2 or 3 years before you put out a Star Wars movie. You know, like it's not going to kill us.
Yeah, or if you're going to do 2 movies a year, you can't do movies with characters from a trilogy that's also going on. And I know Han Solo, spoiler alert for The Force Awakens, died, but you know he's still kind of a part of what's going on. And I think they need to move outside of all of this because you know they announced or there's rumors of Obi-Wan is coming, and Boba Fett. I think that they need to wait on doing familiar characters until they're done with the saga
I would just prefer, because I mean, like Han Solo was all right, but I think the problem with that one was like when the Han Solo you meet in Episode 4, that guy isn't at all in the Solo movie, and it kind of takes away from the journey that he went on, like through the you know Episode 4, 5, and 6, because like you know Han Solo in Episode he shoots first. He just shoots that guy cold in dead blood, like dead in cold blood. You know, and then like he's like, hey, I'm in it for the money. Like I need to get my money and I'm out. He takes the money and leaves. Like that's the guy that we want to see because he's like you know he's a wisecracking guy, got a new situation, got himself out of it, and then he was hey like I'm done. But then, you know, like then he's like, you know what? I got to go back. Like, I can't just leave it like this. And then that is amazing. And then when you make a Solo movie where you just find out that he's just a good guy, and this is what like he's Luke Skywalker in essence, like he's going to do the right thing. It kind of takes away from the journey that he goes on. You know, like if you go back and watch Episode 4, 5, and 6. Mm-hmm. So I don't like that, and I think that was one of the major problems with the movie. But also, yeah, like you know, it's a lot of Star Wars all at once. It was a lot more money than they expected to spend on it, and you know, so they're just like, you know what, maybe we need to take a breather. But you know, and that's good. Like, tell better stories, absolutely. Like, and give us the character. You know, like look into what you're making. You know, like give us like I don't want to see a Boba Fett movie where Boba Fett's a nice guy. Okay, I don't want to see that movie. I don't want to be a fan of Boba Fett, like because he saves orphanages full of children. You know, like I want to be a fan because he's just a badass dude and he's going to get the job done. Like that's the Boba Fett. So you know, if you can't make that movie yet, don't make it. I'm all for it. Like yeah, drop off all the extraneous crap. Focus on what you know, telling good stories and making good movies.
And plan it because I like all of the movies that they've made so far. I didn't love Han Solo, but I enjoyed it. But Force Awakens and Last Jedi are a part of a trilogy. The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens do not feel connected really at all. Because everything that is set up in The Force Awakens is undone in The Last Jedi. And I just want Disney to really... Because, you know, J.J. Abrams reluctantly signed on to do 7. And then when 9 came along, he jumped on it as fast as he could. So obviously what happened in 8 was not part of his overall vision, which means that they didn't really plan it out like they should have prior to. And I just want this Rian Johnson trilogy and this Game of Thrones guys' trilogies to be thought out from start to finish to some degree.
Like, no, because and that's the other thing too. Like traditionally, Star Wars doesn't do that. You know, like George Lucas directed the first one, and then he gave it off because he was like, I can't handle.
But supposedly he had the trilogy, like he had the story points. That's what I'm talking about.
So yeah, but I mean, like. You can get different people to do it again, but yeah, like there's definitely nothing in Empire that's like, well, fuck a New Hope. Like
it's just like with the Marvel movies. You know, Kevin Feige says, "Look, you're making Age of Ultron, but I need you to hit this, this, and this, and then everything else is fair game."
And then you can still make a Thor Ragnarok, which is completely different from any of the other Thor movies.
Here by the end of the movie, exactly. That's all I'm saying. Is it just seems like. And again, I like both these movies, but Rian Johnson wasn't given those notes. He was given free reign to make a Rian Johnson movie, and I thought he made a really good Rian Johnson Star Wars movie. It just did not fit into the trilogy, which, you know, we'll see. If JJ closes it out really well, it could fit in there nicely. So we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah. I'm going to laugh if, like, JJ just goes back and is like, nope, everything in that movie is wrong. Like, Rey's parents is Obi-Wan and somebody else, and then this and that.
Well, the Rey's parents thing, they could easily, you know.
Yeah, that could just be a.
Kylo Ren was lying to you.
Yeah, boy, easily explained away. But that'd just be funny to me if they just undo everything.
Luke didn't die.
Luke's
He's right there.
Yeah,
he teleported because Jedi's can do that.
Yeah, he just didn't know. He didn't like the force it took, the energy it took made him teleport to wherever. He didn't know it was going to happen. He didn't even know it was going to happen.
Episode 9. Episode 9 opens with a naked Luke in a Tatooine.
Yeah, Tatooine in a freaking cave on Tatooine. Like, what is going on?
And then Stranger Things comic book is coming soon, and it will follow Will Byers during his visit to the Upside Down. The only comment I have on this is I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner.
Yeah, and it seems like they're doing a lot of comic book runs alongside things. So, yeah, but it's probably just the money people, couldn't work out who they wanted to go with and yada, yada, yada. So,
because this show is popular. I didn't realize how much until we went to the HorrorCon, my family, and the kid who plays the
11?
No, the fuzzy hair guy, Dusty. His line had a 6-hour wait to get his autograph. 6 hours to meet a kid. Like, I felt bad for this kid. I mean, he's making a lot of money, but he's still only 13, 14 years old, and he's just all day writing his name.
Those are worse problems to have.
I guess. But, I didn't realize how. I mean, I knew the show was popular, but I didn't realize how much until you see all these grown-ups waiting in line to.
Yeah, man. There was a whole, like, what I like is seeing all the different 11s. I saw like 8 different 11s at the con. And it was like, oh, this is 11 with blonde hair. And this is 11, in season 2 and yada yada. So it was, this show is definitely. Like,
this is 11 who ate all of the waffles.
Yes. All of the waffles.
All right. Did you have a couple news stories, right?
Yeah, I got, there's just some funny things. Let me pull this up.
Snoop Dogg swapped prop weed for real weed when filming with Matthew McConaughey. That is funny.
Yeah, it's also, like, really illegal, but no, it's hilarious. You can't do that, people. You should not do that. But I guess if you're Snoop Dogg and then Matthew McConaughey is always an easygoing guy, so I guess it didn't bother him too much. Yeah. But no, I just thought that was hilarious. I would love to be there when it happened, and he smokes it, and then I don't know, like, does he know right away, or does I don't know what prop weed smokes like. So I was just interested in how that whole scene played out. But I thought that was pretty funny, and way to go, Snoop. Way to. And then I had one more thing here. I just wanted to quote this dude. I was this is an Entertainment Weekly interview with what's this guy's name? Toby Emmerich, right? So he's like the head of DC movies right now, and there's this one question here. When you look at how the last few superhero films in general performed, is there any kind of conclusion to be drawn about what type of films are working now? The guy says, I think the good movies work better. Somebody once said the best business strategy in motion pictures is quality. And I think that in a world of Rotten Tomatoes and social media, what's been proven the better movie, particularly in the superhero genre, the better it performs. You can't hide the bacon anymore. Like, what?
I kind of understand a little bit. I mean, there was a time where studios would push out shitty movies because the word of mouth was not like it is today. They can't get away with that as much as they used to, where they would just push out a cheap sequel or
okay, but I think good movies work better.
Of course they do.
Yeah, no shit. Swear jar. It's I was just like, wow, man, like that's a solid answer, bro. Like, I've got a lot of faith in this guy now for the next upcoming, like, Aquaman's coming up. I hope it's one of the good ones. He's not like, we're trying to make better movies. It's like, I think better movies work. Like, of course, better movies work. That was.
I really like James Wan, so I have faith in Aquaman. But yeah, that's funny.
All right, I would say no matter what, the better the movie is, the more advantage it has. Now, when you're talking about art, I do believe there's stuff to judge art at the moment. Okay. Now, well, I was just like, that's just a weird crap answer. There's a couple other little dumb things in here, but I'm not going to go any more into it. It's just like Toby Emmerich. He's in charge now. He's in charge now, but at least he knows that good movies are better than bad movies.
So go to 3geeks.ninja. Check out all of the reviews. I recently saw Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And I did change my rating in my written review from what I said in the...
Well, you did change it from 1 to 2? Why?
Because, like I said, I liked the first half, and I like what it sets up. I just did not like the Bond villain aspect. It's funny. Me and Mike had the exact same opinions of this movie. It's just, you know, I guess I walked out of it a little bit differently. I want the whole Planet of the Apes dinosaur film.
Yeah, but they should have made that 3 freaking movies ago. I mean, we shouldn't have ever had Jurassic Park 3. That movie was terrible. Jurassic World was Jurassic Park, and then this movie was The Lost World again. So why didn't we just make the one that we're supposed to make, where the dinosaurs are running all over the planet and people don't know what the heck to do?
Because they should have done that when they made Jurassic Park 3, but they didn't.
Right.
They scaled it back, so then they had to reboot it all, and now we're going to get there, and we'll see if they follow.
No, it's like, oh my goodness. They're like, okay, we gotta reintroduce Jurassic Park. I'm sorry, if you don't know the story behind Jurassic Park, and I don't know who doesn't know that, you know, if you're 5 years old and you don't know that they ever made a Jurassic Park movie, it's not that hard, you know, it's like, hey, some idiot made dinosaurs and then they got out. It's not like you're not watching Inception here. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's not Memento where the whole movie's backwards and forwards and you don't know what's going on. This is pretty simple stuff. So yeah, no, I might go see the next one because yeah, it's gonna be more of like what they called it, Jurassic World.
Was it you or your buddy that said that the dinosaurs are gonna clone humans?
That was a friend of mine. It's like, no, the dinosaurs take over the world, and then like in 1,000 years they find like human DNA in the sap of, you know, the mosquito, and it's actually Jeff Goldblum, but they mix up some of the mosquito DNA with Jeff Goldblum's DNA, so he comes out as the Fly.
That's funny.
There's that idea, and I also think that they should just merge the Jurassic Park and Planet of the Apes franchises together, so that like the apes take over the world, and then they go to the island that the dinosaurs are on, and then they have to fight each other.
I wouldn't mind seeing the apes riding dinosaurs fighting the humans.
That would also be kind of cool. I'm just down for anything that's not just Jurassic Park again. Like, they've made Jurassic Park again 4 times now, and who needs to see Jurassic Park again? You can go watch Jurassic Park.
I don't disagree with you. Anyway, Max will probably be reviewing Sicario on Friday. Sicario. Sorry, I keep doing that. Check us out on Patreon. Go support us. Leave us $1. Buy us a cup of gas station coffee. Not really. We're going to use it towards this podcast thing. And hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. If you listen to us on iTunes, rate and review. We appreciate it. Podcast Slips Now will return this week. I promise.
Yeah, and I actually thrive on negative energy. So if you want to just throw a bunch of hate in there, like, that's cool too. Like, we'll take it.
Yeah, we got thick skin. Absolutely. Crazy Geeks will be Tuesday night. We got 3 Geeks back on
I'm
Sunday.
glad Scott's in some more podcasts. I dig that guy.
I like Scott. I like to get him on this podcast. Have a great day. Philip, where are you?
Oh, yeah, to recycle your droids.